Well, love, let's make a story tonight, before things get out of control. Poets are always asking where the little roses go underneath the snow, but no one ever thinks to say, where do the little insects stay? This is because, as a general rule, roses are more handsome than insects. Beauty gets the best of it in this world. I've heard people say how wicked it was to kill our feathered friends in order to get their plumage and pinions for hats of women, and all the while these same people might be eating duck as they talk. The chances are that it is just as discouraging to a duck to have her head amputated in order to become a stuffed roast fowl and decorate a dining table, as it is for a bird of greyer plumage to be bumped off the running board of existence to furnish plumage for lady's hat. But the duck does not get the symphony, because the duck is not beautiful. The only insect that succeeds in getting mourned is a moth or a butterfly, whereas every man's heel is raised against a spider, and it is getting harder and harder for spiders to make an honest living. Add to that, since human beings have invented so many ways of killing flies. Humanity will shed poems full of tears over the demise of the bounding doe or a young gazelle, but the departure of a trusty camel leaves the vast majority stonily indifferent. Perhaps the theory is that God would not have made the camel so ugly if the camel were not wicked. Alas! Exclamation point. The pathos of ugliness is only perceived by us cockroaches of the world. And personally, I am having to stand for a lot. I am getting it double, as you might say, before my soul migrated into the body of a cockroach. It inhabited the carcass of a vers-libre poet. Some vers-libre poets are beautiful, but I was not. I had a little blonde mustache, and everyone thought it was a mistake, and yet I have died and I have thought of that with regret. It hung over a mouth that I found it difficult to keep closed because of adenoidal trouble, but it would have been better if I had kept it closed, because the teeth within were all out of alignment and were of odd sizes. This destroyed my acoustics, as you might say. My chin was nothing, and I knew it, and timidly shrank into itself, receding from the battle of life. My eyes were all right, but my eyebrows were scarcely noticeable. I suppose, though, that if I had noticeable eyebrows, they would have been wrong somehow. Well, not to pursue this painful subject to the uttermost and ultimate wart and freckle. I was not handsome as it happened to me when I was human. It militated against me as a poet. More beautiful creatures could write verse worse than mine and get up and recite it with a triumphant air, and get away with it. But my sublimest ideas were thought to be a total loss when people saw where they came from. I think it would have been only justice if I had been sent to inhabit a butterfly. But there is very little justice in the universe. What is the use of being the universe if you have to be just interrogation point? I suppose the universe had so much really important business on its hand that it finds impossible to look after the details. It is rushed, perhaps it is private, knowledge to the effect that eternity is brief. After all, it wants to get her big jobs finished in a hurry. I find it possible to forgive the universe. I meet it in a give and take spirit, although I do wish that it would consult me at times. Please forgive the profundity of these meditations. Whenever I have nothing particular to say, I always find myself always plunging into cosmic philosophy or something. Archie. Alright, Christy. I'm going to try uploading this, and then I will post it on Skype. I love you, Christy. Sleep well. Keep calm. Find a llama. Carry on. And I promise something bigger the moment I get the internet figured out. I love you dearly, Christy. I'll be home soon. Good night.